The villager shared tears of food disasters going to ruin their life. Others were shocked, and some of them will learn mad if no rapid support is going to be provided to them. Tears in the eyes of residents of Mulama Cell, Kinyinya Sector in Gakenke District, Kigali City. Today it is very worse because we were very surprised to see a bulldozer machine had come and destroy our crops and the plants intentionally. Modesta would have been sent a message informing them that land he was protecting had been sold to another person. The residents of Kinyinya Sector within Gakenke District have lent the land from someone, but they thought it was his own, but in reality he wasn't. This person received the money and he made an agreement with us. In their right, he didn't tell us about the truth of this land because this land, it is not his. He was just protecting the land for someone else. Today it is very worse because we were very surprised to see a bulldozer machine had come and destroy our crops and the plant. They did it without conscious on the major purpose of the crops and the plant in the soil. Indeed, you can understand in the actual sense about what was in the mind of a person who sent a bulldozer to destroy our crops and the plant, and yet they knew that Rwanda is a country mostly suffer with the hungry due to the lack of enough food supply. The wealthy man who sent a bulldozer machine to destroy crops and the plant, they belong to people who were threatened and intimidated by the rich man. Indeed, to say it was a big mistake, lack of humanity, no love to the neighbor. Wamaholo Francine, who said the rich man was taken to Busenyi village office and agreed that he was likely to pay penalty and exchange value because he did a mistake. And his colleague Ramadan say maybe clubs and the plant will take longer while the wealthy man wants his land to build a house. It is okay if he will pay an exchange value to those farmers who cultivated the crops in the land, and the rich man who would likely love to pay back the land fee to those who have been using the land before. Let the wealthy man have a dialogue of talk with the farmer. Hopefully through the talk all will be okay. The wealthy man who sent a bulldozer machine to destroy crops in the land agreed to have a talk with those who ensure themselves that their crops and the plant will not only be wasted but they will be supplies by seeing bulldozer machine come down to destroy the crops and the plant intentionally. Wamaholo told the journalist that, take a look. Surely it was a look as if we were in a battlefield. Person who spoke to Umuwavu TV Online and umuwavu.com said they had a contract and they wished from the owner of the land, which is a wealthy man, to calm down and have a talk with people. Villager farmer cried out for help before bulldozer machine start to pray its law. Villager farmer was attempted to death because a driver bulldozer machine, he doesn't care about crops and people. He was about to crush a villager farmer by using his bulldozer. Wamaholo say she was surprised to hear from the driver bulldozer machine told her that he doesn't care about the crops because the boss says. Therefore, I fondly wondered how Rwandan should be threatened and crushed in this way, because all is done without thinking first about what is wrong not to do and what is right to do. Not only they didn't consider on written agreement. Therefore, this is a killing. The residents who claim to have a cassava crops, he want an exchange value. He paid 300,000 as landlording fees, and he accounted the net wealth of 500,000 as a total harvest from the crops were destroyed. Another resident who also cultivated cassava in the land, he accounted the net wealth of 400,000 as total harvest from the crops were crushed down with the bulldozer. Another resident called Witonze Enoch say the farmer had been managed by Ndagijimana Modeste, who have come to see the villager and beaten them. It was agreed that in summer they will return the land to the owner. Modeste will have been sent a message informing them the land he was protecting has been sold to another person, and he will be asking if the contract will get winding up, because here is now nowhere villager will hoping to keep using the land, because a new boss should have his own way and new laws to govern this land. According to what mentioned above, Modesta decided to send a message to each and every farmer who relate to this issue. Unfortunately, those farmers are now complaining the message had not yet reached them. They totally say they didn't receive message from him. It was in July the rich man who bought land came and talked to the village farmer, telling them that from now it is impossible to keep this land. He told them they were still young and uneducated, and in addition, authority will bring them together and ask them to leave the land not exceeding in July 2021, especially not exceed in a season of the harvest. Just as they are still on the subject, Wamaholo herself said that according to the deadline, she would not have been raised clubs if agreement was terminated. Agreement still valid. The landlord should talk to them so that he will see that what was done was not right, because Rwanda is a country governed by the laws and the regulation, and put an interest in developing people first. On another hand, the rich man said that he gave enough time to those people. He didn't allow them to raise sustainable crops because it takes long. The rich man said farmers were not allowed to have crops or to grow any crops since in July 2021, so that farmers were not really allowed to do anything within the land. You know, if you are doing a project, cannot sound nice to wait for people to give you land, and yet land is your own completely. The local reader told Mubavu TV Online and Mubavu.com that he have been informed about the matter, and he was trying to encourage the residents to accept the fact that land are now not yet able to use it by them. He consistently said that farmer received the deadline. It happened in March this year. The villager came to him and asked him to reconcile, and he allowed them to see what is possible and see if they really want to forgive. He later joined the various parties, including Modesta, who have been paid by the village farmer. The only problem was that the message sent to the village farmer by Modesta. The only problem was that message was sent to the village farmer done by Modesta, who didn't deliver it to them, because the village farmer say no, we didn't receive a message from Modesta. They totally denied to receive a message, and they consistently say Modesta shall pay back the money he got from them during processing an agreement before. After long debate, a villager came to ask Modesta to return their rent money for this land, and pay for the crops were destroyed. The local reader confirmed that the village farmer have not only received the message, but confirmation they received was okay, telling them what to do and what not to do. The evidence and the facts show the confirmation was given to those who is concerned. They have given one more chance for whole month to remove their stuff in land. Only Muhondo pointed out for problem of her cassava, but others didn't complain and quarrel in the community because they knew they are very wrong. After Muhondo raised the issue of her crops, the rich man say only the law will be enforced, so that let us give it time. The local reader, known as Mudugudu, insisted the fact that a bulldozer machine came to destroy the crops of population should not have been understood first, so that various agencies include the cell should call upon to solve this problem. Villagers shed tears of how disaster is going to ruin their life, and others were very shocked and going to run mad due to the fact that what happened is totally wrong.